A black CEO was told to wait outside her own company's headquarters. What happened next shocked everyone inside. 5 minutes later, she walked into the boardroom and made a decision that changed everything. Before we dive in, comment where you're watching from, and don't forget to like and subscribe. She arrived early, dressed sharply but simply, carrying a sleek leather briefcase. There was no entourage, no flashy car waiting outside, just quiet confidence. As she stepped inside the building, her calm professionalism was met with immediate judgment. At the front desk, assumptions were made about who she was. Before she even spoke a single word, without looking up, the receptionist assumed she was a delivery person or lost visitor. "Deliveries go around the back," she said sharply. "Management is in a meeting, and only staff are allowed inside." The CEO calmly replied, "I'll wait here." Though she could have left, she chose to stay quietly. Observing the subtle dismissal, she wasn't there to prove anything. She was there to watch what really happened. She sat quietly in the small lobby, watching everything unfold around her. Employees passed by without a single glance, avoiding eye contact as if she were invisible. No one greeted her or offered even a simple smile. She overheard whispered comments, some rude, some dismissive, meant to belittle her presence. But she remained calm, steady, and focused. Every look, every whisper was a piece of the puzzle. She wasn't just waiting. She was gathering proof of a culture that was broken and blind to its own bias. After several minutes, she stood up and confidently walked past the front desk. The receptionist quickly stood, blocking her path. "You can't go in there," she insisted, voice sharp. Without hesitation, the CEO pushed open the glass doors to the boardroom. Inside, 6 executives froze, mid-conversation. "Who are you?" one asked, eyes wide. Calm and collected, she set her briefcase down and said, "I'm the new owner. I just acquired this company. I came to see how things really run." From her briefcase, she pulled out a thick folder. "Effective immediately," she announced. "The following people are terminated." She read the names slowly, starting with the receptionist, who had refused her entry, then several executives seated around the table. "What I've seen so far is unacceptable," she said, her voice steady but firm. The room fell silent. One executive tried to speak up, but she cut him off. "This isn't about politeness. It's about accountability. If you let bias and disrespect block the door, you don't deserve to lead behind it." Her words left no room for argument. A heavy silence filled the boardroom. After she finished reading the names, one executive finally spoke, pleading for a second chance. Her gaze didn't waver. "You already had it," she said coldly but fairly. "You just didn't realize I was watching." Security quietly entered and escorted the terminated employees out, one by one. The room felt different now, charged with the weight of change. No one spoke. They all understood this was more than a firing. It was a clear message that old behaviors wouldn't be tolerated anymore. She looked around the room and spoke calmly. "Leadership is about more than just titles. It's about who you allow to represent the company, from the front desk to the boardroom." She paused. Bias, exclusion, and disrespect start quietly, often before the meeting even begins. Toxic culture begins at the door, with the people who control access. Power isn't about being loud or flashy. It's about creating a space where everyone belongs. Her words cut through the tension and planted the seed for real change. In the weeks that followed, she launched a full review of company culture. New diversity, equity, and inclusion programs were put in place. She hired leaders from underrepresented communities and started mentorship programs to support growth at every level. The company shifted dramatically from a place of exclusion to one of opportunity. The change wasn't just about appearances. It was about transforming how people felt and worked together, building a stronger, more inclusive future for everyone. The story quickly went viral, but she never sought the spotlight. When asked how it felt to fire people so boldly, she smiled and said, "It wasn't bold. It was overdue." Sometimes the quietest voices bring the loudest change. If this story moved you, please like, share, and comment below. What would you do in her place?